Who knows 43? Sholosh ve'arboim mi yodea. There's something very connected to the OMER that is 43. We say, Al Sfiras HaOmer. What means Omer? Rashi in Parshas Beshalach, VeHaOmer Asirith Ho'efo Hu. Rashi says, Arboim Vesholosh Beitzim. And that's the shiur from Chalo. Chalo is HaOmer, Asiris Ho'efo. And the korbanos are Omer. That's what's called Sfiras HaOmer, the shiur. Halo is begematria also 43. Ha-chalo, with the extra hey idio, because there's another fifth of an egg. Chomesh beyo. But 43 complete beitzim make a shiur omer, asirith hoefo. The shiur mon that came down was omer lagolgoleth. Every person had no more than an omer. The Hassam Sofer wants to say, why does it say lagolgoleth according to the head? If somebody had a big head, a grown-out person, the omer was bigger than if somebody was a small person, a tinoik, that his head is smaller. That's why the shiur is etzba, tefach, is according to each person. For og, you have a big shiur. 43 we find in Yom Kippur. The kapora is nesinath adam on the paroches, on the oron, and on the mizbeach. We make hazoyos. Achad lemalo, veshiva lemato. Altogether 43 hazoyos. How is that? 16 bo'oron, 16 on the paroches, and 11 on the mizbeach hazohov. 16 and 16 is 32, plus 11 is 43. How do you get that cheshbon? First, damapor achas lemalo, vesheva lemato. That's 8. Then, damasoir. Achas lemalo, vesheva lemato. We repeat that in the paroches. That's 16 and 16, 32. Then, iruv damapor and damasoir together. And he gives on the dalet kronos of the mizbeach hazohov. That's 4. And 7 hazoyos on the taharo shel mizbeach hazov. 7 times on the middle of the mizbeach hazov in the heichol. 4 plus 7 is 11. 11 plus 32 is 43 hazoyos. There are 43 days to the Yetziras Havlat. 3 days for the Klitas Azera, like the Mora says in Masechta Brochos Daf Samech Omed Aleph, and 40 days for the Yetziras Havlad, Masechta Nido Daf Lamed Omed Aleph. Altogether, 43 days. The Rokeach in the Sidur says that the Brocho of Asher Yotzares Odem Bechochmo has also 43 words connected these 43 days of the Yetziras Havlat. For that, you have to take out the words afilu sho'o echos, or take out the words difnei chise chevoidecho. 2 different girsoos. But if we say both girsoos, it's actually 46 words. The matzah that we eat the night of Pesach should be baked from 1 isoron, which means all 3 matzahs should take an entire isoron. Zecher to the lachmei soido. Each one of the lachmei soido is a third of an isoron, which means 3 matzahs, each one 14 eggs large. 14 times the size of the matzah that we have today. Altogether should be around 43 eggs for the 3 matzahs of the Seder. Now, who says this minik? The Ramo, the Bes Yosef, the Ran. And that's the way it's going to be when Mashiach is going to come. Even though this minik is already forgotten by many, many places, like the Mishneh Vrura brings down. Look it up in Simen Tuf Ein Zayin at the end. But I can tell you that this minik was forgotten already by every single place. Even by the Teimani, they don't make the matzah so big anymore. They make it paper thin. The Rav Shulchan Aruch from the Baal HaTanya is in Simen Tuf Nun Ches, not Tuf Ein Hei. Nohogu b'medinus elu shehasholosh matzos shel mitzvah hen na'asin me'isoron echot kemach ke'ein lachmei toido shehoyu sholosh halos na'asois me'isoron echod. שהרי אויו בו 30 חלות של מצו. נעשויס מעשoro עשרונים. ימצאו 3 חלות לאיסורון. לפיכך, אנו אויסים גם כן 3 מצות לאיסורון, זכר ללחמי סוידו, שיוצא מבייסו אסורים, חייב להביא קורבן תודו. ואנו בפסח יוצאנו מבייסו אסורים, משיבוד מצרים, לפיכך אנו עושים זכר ללחמי סוידו. ויזוהר לאפויס הראשונה קודם השנייה, והשנייה קודם לשלישיס. דהיינו, שיכניסם לתנור זה אחר זה, שאם יאופה אוסם בבס אחז, לא הועיל כלום בסימונים שנוסם V'yivchan bohem, which one is the first, which one is the second. The kivon shegomar asiyosom hu bevasachas, ve'en la'achas kedimo, u'ma'alo al chaveirotho. U'matzo shniyo, tzricha liyois yoter gedolo, harishono ve'hashlishis. לפי שממנו צורך שני זיתים לכל אחד מבני ביתו. כזית אחד בברכת על אכילת מצות, כזית אחד להפיקו מון. האיסור קורס בשויגק brings a chatos. The Rambam brings down the 43 chatos kavua that a yochid can bring. The Rambam in his Hilchos Shgugos, Perek Aleph, Halacha Dalet. The Sefer Haflo'o from the Rambam has 43 prokim, 12 in Hilchos Shvuos, 13 Hilchos Nedorim, 10 Hilchos Naziros, and 8 in Hilchos Arochin Baharomin. There's one Shevet that in Parshas Pinchas had 43,000 people. Shevet Reuven, 43,000, Ushva Me'ois Ushloshim. There are 43 Parshias Pesuchois in Sefer Bereshis. That means that each paragraph starts at the beginning of the Shura and starts a new Inyan. And Parshas Tumo is a continuation. There are 48 Parshas Tumos. Altogether, 91 paragraphs. And the tzura of the paragraph is le'ikuva. You cannot change it. At the age of 43, the French Emperor Napoleon made a war against the Russians. That's the famous War of 1812. And he lost. He was born at 1769 and died at 1821 at the age of 51 years old. From 1769 to 1812 is 43 years. That was the end of his power. The last 6 years he was in exile. In Ezra Zayin says, "Ve'achra devorim ho'eli bemalchus Artaxerxes melech Poras, Ezra ben Sroyo ben Azario ben Chelkiyo ben Shalom ben Tzadok ben Achituf ben Amaryo ben Azario ben Merayos ben Zerachyo ben Uzi ben Buki ben Abishuan ben Pinchos ben Elazar ben Aharna Kohen Harosh hu Ezra olo mibovel hu sofer mohir betoras Moshe asher noson Hashem Elokei Yisrael vayitin lo hamelech yad Hashem Elokov Olov kol ba'koshosoi." The Artaxerxes melech Poros ruled for 43 years. Ezra was the 17th door from Aharon HaKohen. When he came up to Eretz Yisrael, the Teimanim did not want to go to Eretz Yisrael, so he did not give them a brocha. That's why the Teimanim are not Ashirim b'derech klal. Meleches Shlomo. Miriam was 43 years older than her husband. Who was her husband? Kolev ben Yefune. Kolev and Yeshua were 40 years old by the Meraglim. Moshe was 80 years old then. Miriam was 3 years older than Moshe. So she was 43. Comes out that Miriam was 43 years older than Kolev. Actually, Kolev was 8 years old when he got married. That was a Pele, 8-year-old Chosun with a 51-year-old Kala. So imagine how much the Shadchan got. David HaMelech lived 70 years. He wasn't supposed to live anything. From where did David HaMelech get these 70 years? One day holds that Odom HaRishon gave David HaMelech 70 years. He was supposed to live 1,000 years. And he only lived 930. What happened to those 70? He gave it to David HaMelech. The other Shita says no. 37 he got from Yosef, because Yosef lived 37 less than his father. And 43 he got from Yankov Avinu, because he lived 43 years less than Yitzchok Avinu. 43 plus 37 is 70. So David HaMelech actually had 70 years from Odom HaRishon and 70 years from Yosef and Yankov. 70 for the days and 70 for the nights. In Parshas Beha'aloischo, Moshe Rabbeinu is found 43 times. There's one Tana, Rabbi Yochanan ben Nuri, who says that the Mishpat Rishoim Begehenim is only 49 days. Behoyo midei chodesh bechodsho, midei Shabbos b'Shabbato, means Mimoches HaShabbos, Ad Mimoches HaShabbos HaShviz means Yontav of Shviz. This is 49 days. So Mishpat Rishoim Begehenim is not more than 49 days. This is a Mishnah in Masechta Idios, Perek Beis, Mishnah Yud. Interestingly, Rabbi Yochanan ben Nuri is mentioned 43 times in Mishnayos. Today is the 43rd of the OMER.